All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, Ann.
Hola.
I am so
Ooh,
happy to have Ann with me doing Housewives. She is great. She's knowledgeable.
thank
That's
you.
how we met many moons ago. And
Yes.
just so happy to have her up here with me. Lily was going to be here, but she couldn't make it. So Lily will be with us next time we do it. And I'm just so happy that I have Ann and we're going to have some
Well,
fun. So I'm
thank you for inviting me, John. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
And we both equally hate Teresa, so it works out well for us.
Yes.
Let's see, not hate, but hate
No,
adjacent.
she's not my
Uh,
favourite.
yeah, there we go. Let's say hi to everybody. Dubs, hello. Brenda, recovery talk with Sophie, Stephanie, Kelly all day, Virgie, Honeywig, Michelle, Susan Stanley, Ruth Ann, Sarah Z, Colby, a queen raising a king, Sherry S, Sabrina, J Freak, Jessica I or Jessica L. Hi, Jessica. I don't know what. Velvet Pixie, hello. Let's see who else is here. Digital Pen, Elizabeth Rodriguez, Franca, Barbie, Natalie M. Let's see. Oh, there's my diamond girl. I'm like, where's my diamond girl? There she is. Darcy. Oh girl, oh, that's me. I'm like John Yates. No, quiet. Regina George. Hello. Steph Jean, Ellie, Linda B, Jennifer P, Sweets and Beyond. She's been waiting for us to do this. I don't know if you're gonna like us very much this episode, Sweets and Beyond. Oh, well, it's not really Gia-centric, so we're good. Let's see who else is here. Brooke, Coco, Stacy, Sadie, Red Angel, Perfectly Imperfect, Lindsay 112, Just Me, Renee, LR, Sudi, Sadie and Sudi. Hello, Sudi. Ringo Home, us and 5K9s, Tom and Janet. I think I'm good. Dustin, Mia. If I miss you, I will grab you when I see your next comment. And then also we're going to talk about something else, but we're going to do that at the end of this live. So let's get the other timer and let's get into this amazing episode.
Amazing.
Yes, he's fabulous, and he's on the inside scoop.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay, hey, Holistic and Christina. I think we're good. Caught up. Lindsay. All right, so we start. It's Teresa's big moving day. I kind of felt bad for her there because saying
It
goodbye
was
to
the
the
kids, the girls. It was the girls.
I'm like, I hate when I have to feel bad for Teresa because I did in that scene. It was it was sad to see them pack up the house and all the flashbacks of her parents and
Yes.
Joe and everybody. But I thought they were moving out to go into a smaller place. Wasn't that the plan?
Wasn't it like?
Am I wrong?
Was it not a $3.3 million house though? I think when they bought that, it was like $3.3 million.
So I mean, it looks just as big as Teresa's old house, right? Or it
It
actually
does.
looked like Melissa's. It looked like Melissa's old house. I'm like, is she moving back into Melissa's old house? Did it look like that to you?
And they will need more bedrooms because they will be accommodating his sons too, I would imagine. So it probably is bigger.
Well, the oldest son, I think he's handicapped, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he lives with the ex-wife, and then we have his 17-year-old, which I'm sure he loves having Gia and all the girls there.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Melania. But looking into that, I don't know. To me, hey Clark, doesn't it look like Louis trying way too hard?
But is he doing it for the cameras? Is this the true Louis, or are we seeing a bit of a show?
like nothing seems like genuine from him to me.
Mhm.
It feels like it's all like a show. You know, he's always like, look what I did. Like it's like he's like a 14-year-old boy trying to impress like, you know, a girlfriend in high school. And like when he did like this that child said like, you know, always together, you know, that he had put in the, I'm like, that's a nice gesture. But I'm like,
lovely.
it's I don't know. It felt like he was really trying hard at that point. Like I didn't know if it was nice, but I was still like, look at him still trying hard. I don't know. I don't believe him.
I don't really trust anyone who looks permanently embarrassed. Like he's got that red glow. There's no getting away from it. He looks like that. But I do feel he's trying. He wants the public maybe to love him, and she loves him without a doubt. She thinks he is wonderful, but I think maybe he wants the public to love him, but it doesn't come across as natural. I think that's the problem.
Well, I mean, he's definitely had more filler than like Adrian Malouf, like his face.
Definitely, I think he's took her filler and added on.
I'm like, are you smiling or are you upset? I can't tell. Like he's always got that same like.
Next season, it'll be like the Bride of Wildestein.
He's gonna be like Larry King or like Nick Cage and have his like hairline like start like back here from the face. He's probably having.
He will be.
Like, I just don't trust him. I don't know. I think everything that's being said about him is kind of true. I mean, he had that weird video on the beach, and it's. Oh, thank you, Natalie.
Yay.
Oh. There we go.
Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you. And a hunk. So, I don't know. And like, you know, Teresa's like, he's not the public figure. I'm the public figure. But what did she think when she started dating?
He's on the show. He's on the show, so he now is the public figure. And
yeah, I mean,
if he stole a bar of chocolate when he was 5, we're going to find out about it now. Like anything, I mean, anything.
Kenya kept Mark away pretty much. I think like when they first, probably a good move. So you don't have to have your boyfriend, whoever, on the show if that was Teresa's move to incorporate him. And now Teresa's like running away with it with him. I just don't understand how people can let Teresa get away with all the stuff that she's doing. I used to be a big Teresa lover, but the last, I mean, ever since, and I always say this, ever since Caroline and Jacqueline left, more so Caroline, you know, they were really the only people that kept Teresa in check. You know, Teresa was great at Caroline. And I really wish they'd bring Caroline back.
I would love that. The whole brownstone and the boys, I would love that.
I want all the Manzos. I want them all back. Lauren, what was it? Chris, right? Albie, Chris, and Lauren.
Chris and Albie, yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see them back. But Teresa has just been on a roll, you know, and she's really I'm jumping ahead. We'll get to this in a second. Hold on.
Okay.
So what else is going on? Moving day. Then so Frank Catania finally moves back into their house.
I love Frank. I love Frank
so much. Frank is such an amazing guy. Actually, Frank is actually redoing my mod 146's.
Yes.
He actually hired him. He's a great guy. Everybody in Jersey loves him. I love him so much. He's like a big old teddy bear, and he's smart, and he's not like I think Frank was like the MVP last night, to be honest with you, because
he's a gentle giant. I love Frank.
And I just wish him and Dolores would get back together. I know
it's
oh my God.
Too. I'm like, bang already, bang.
Please. What do you think they have ever?
Oh,
come on, at least
they
like
said no, but I'm sure maybe at the end of a night out, I'm sure something's happened. I'm sure she's come home one night and crawled in beside him. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, but they're so great together. Like, and
I know they're perfect. They are perfect.
So he moves back in, and he moves into his bedroom where Gabby, very smart, has the chinchilla cage in the room to like keep him. I mean, like what? She didn't want him bringing back the boats and hose to the house. And what a great way to cock block your own dad by having a giant chinchilla cage.
That was so funny. So funny. So funny. I love that. Sorry?
How long do you think the chinchillas lasted before Frank moved them out?
Well, maybe at least 3 hours.
I can't see him staying in that room. He probably took that cage apart and moved them somewhere else. Because chinchillas, they bounce. They're like ding, 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 ding. Like, they're all over the place. So I couldn't imagine sleeping with a chinchilla hopping all over the place, like 2 feet away from you. It would drive me crazy.
I just loved the whole scene. I loved Dolores and the kids at the car, helping him like bring his stuff in.
Making fun of his suit.
The whole family dynamic. I just love them. I just wish they were together.
I really do too. And I don't know. I love Dolores. I love all the companions.
I love Dolores.
She's amazing. And I think she's very fair. And she's been in a rough spot because obviously she's known Teresa since high school. But Dolores is also smart, but you know, but we'll get to that. So I mean, the whole thing is about the fight at the restaurant. Pretty much this whole episode's the fight. I just want to make sure I got everything. Trey. Then, you know, we had Teresa body shaming Margaret last episode, which Jackie didn't like. Then they finally get to Nashville, and it starts off in the Airbnb. So Teresa's in the room with Jackie and Jennifer, and Teresa's trying to turn Jackie.
Can I take you back? What was the whole nonsense about Teresa getting the master bedroom? That ticked me off no end. Like, come on. Like, they're a new couple. That was bullshit. That really annoyed me.
It annoyed Melissa too. At least Melissa.
Yeah. Stood up and said something.
Wait, should we backtrack to the baseball game episode? Because we didn't cover that. Did you watch the episode?
Yeah. Yes, I watched it.
Okay, we got you, Sweets and Me on. So the baseball episode. So Dolores had a softball fundraiser over in Coney Island, and she had all the girls play. It was for my mom and it was for breast cancer. I mean, like, Dolores is an angel. I love her. Like, Dolores can do no wrong in my books. So she invites all the girls, and then that's also the same episode where they have the tree when it's Tracy's event, and they're swinging, climbing, whatever. I would never do that.
Yeah. Outdoor activities. Yeah.
I don't care how many ropes I have harnessed on me. No.
You imagine doing the trust exercise with Teresa, you'd be like, I'm out.
They had a place like that over in Long Island. It's called in Bayville. It's called Bayville Amusement Park, and they had like that thing where it's 3 stories and it's wires, and you're supposed to like walk on ropes, just kind of like that. I got to the 2nd story, and I'm like, nope. Right down I went. I'm like, there's no way I'm happy. I had 45 harnesses wrapped around me. I nope. I'm like, I'm not falling. Nope, no way. So that's when it really started, because Teresa shows up at the tree event. I don't know what you call that, when they're climbing the trees, whatever. She comes in there guns blazing already with her little gift bags from her fashion line.
Gifts.
And that's when like the rift really starts with Margaret, because you know she calls Margaret then Troutmouth, which is what Danielle always called her. And she's just been after Margaret, like, and you know, she's been after Margaret ever since she had Danielle pull her hair. Yes. I don't even know how Margaret forgave her then.
Neither do I, and I think the problem is Margaret is quick with her mouth verbally. Teresa resorts to name calling, but Margaret is very quick-witted, and I think Teresa knows she will lose in a verbal argument with Margaret. That's the problem.
And she is quick. Like, we've hung out with Margaret a few times.
She's so quick.
And she is just as she is off screen, quick, and I love her. She's fit.
I love Margaret.
Her birthday was a couple days ago. Happy birthday, Margaret! But she is lightning quick, and you really can't get anything past her. So that's when it first starts at Tracy's event in the trees, and then we got it. Then Teresa yells at both Tracy and Margaret. Tracy's like, because Tiki had asked Louis a question about his past. Teresa didn't like it. yelled at Tracy for it, and Margaret. And then fast forward to the baseball game, Teresa sends everybody a group text on them, saying, "Hey, would you please wear my line to the game? I'm trying to promote it, and a portion of the proceeds will go to charity." Shouldn't all the proceeds, Teresa, if you're making everybody wear your line, that's free advertisement there anyways, right? So shouldn't all the proceeds from like that night have gone to breast cancer?
Absolutely. All the profits should have went to breast cancer.
Teresa, you don't have enough money? Like, real? Like,
that's free promotion. That's promotion for her line. So that's where she would get the revenue eventually from her line as the promotion.
And I would be more inclined to bought a legging or whatever, legging.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Sweets and Beyond finally. Sweets and Beyond is Gia's biggest advocator. Oh my God, that just made my heart double beat.
Mm-hmm.
Sweets and Beyond, finally you came around.
Yeah.
So
Gia has got too much to say. Gia has got far too much to say.
Well, what was it? A couple days ago, Joe Gorga said he was going to quit at the reunion because they just filmed the reunion, and he was going to quit because of like what Gia's not influence, but her being on the show. And Gia's just 21 now. Yeah. And I've been saying, look at her confessionals. Gia is a housewife in training.
Yes, she is, totally.
I'm sure she will be a friend of next episode or next season, or maybe a full-fledged. I don't know. I don't know if she could be a housewife while she's still living at home. But we've seen other crazier things happen on Housewives, so I don't know. But I feel like, Gia is definitely being groomed to.
Oh, definitely.
To be a housewife. So, moving back to Teresa sends a text to everybody. I'm sorry, I'm going off like 2 weeks old now, and I didn't write anything down about it. Asking them to wear the line. Margaret and Tracy said, "We're not wearing." Actually, nobody showed up wearing them because they were leggings. They wanted to wear shorts. It was hot, whatever. But Tracy and Margaret were like, "Can you believe she had the balls to ask us to wear?"
Include them in the message. Yeah.
And Margaret said, "So I'm not doing it." And Tracy, so here comes Teresa with Louie and Gia. Some really weird guy is walking his dog. You need to see this guy's getup. Oh my God. I should take a picture of him real quick. Sorry, my window's right there.
Okay.
Like, that's the weirdest outfit I ever saw. What was I saying? Okay, so the Gorga, the Gia and Isis, whatever, they all show up, and Gia's got this weird smug expression, like she knows better than everybody, and Teresa's like, "Are you guys gonna wear my leggings?" And Margaret goes, "No, we're good." I love Margaret.
Yeah.
Like, "No, we're good." And she's like, "What? You have to say it like that? What do you mean you have to say it like that? Okay." And then all of a sudden, Dolores runs and changes Melissa because they don't want the wrath of Teresa. And I feel bad for Dolores and Melissa a lot because, I feel like both of them are really on Margaret's side, but because Teresa's Teresa, they have to like
the loyalty lies. The loyalty lies with Teresa. Yeah.
So then Gia says something snarky to Margaret, like, well, my mom's always supported you. And
I mean, Margaret, zip it, kid, zip it.
I don't know how Margaret didn't punt her across the room. And, Margaret was like, I've always supported your mom, or whatever she said. And then they run off. I mean, Teresa is on a power trip. I mean, Teresa's always on a power trip, but this is like beyond. Like I've never. I don't know how Teresa's fans aren't like leaving her like left and right. So that happens. Then during the baseball game, you are right on that one, Sweets. Then at the baseball game,
yes,
they somehow pull out a win after that disastrous first inning of like losing 6 runs in the first inning or something like that. They pull out the win, and at one point, Margaret
Jennifer with the helmet.
Oh my God! And then she does the nosedive.
That was brilliant. I'm really liking Jen. I am really liking Jen.
I know. I'm liking Jen this season. I think Jen is finally starting to wake up a little bit. But then, like, there are moments when I've liked Jen, and then she'll just run back to Teresa and ruin it again. I'm like, oh.
Yes. Stop stop being a kiss ass, and you will have a fan base.
Oh God. Thanks, Clint.
Oh dear.
So where were we? Okay, so Margaret's at bat, and Teresa's saying from like the dugout, oh, her ass wouldn't jiggle like that if she was in a pair of my leggings.
Mm-hmm.
And of
And
course,
she'd be
Jackie,
able to hit the ball.
and you say that in front of Jackie, who's going through like the whole weight thing and eating disorders and all that. So I don't even know. So that was pretty much. Did we get everything for that episode?
I'm trying to think. There's been a lot about Jen and her marriage, and I think this is where we're seeing a softer side to Jen and who Jen really is, apart from the money, the expensive clothes, and kissing Teresa's ass. So I'm enjoying Jen. I'm enjoying seeing how sincere she's been this season.
And I actually like that, I know her and Margaret aren't best friends, but I felt like they genuinely had a moment when they were talking and,
Yes.
And I think they both kind of believe each other now.
Yeah.
And then you have, and going back to the tree thing, Teresa kept bringing up at the tree event, how Margaret did this to Jennifer at the party and blah, blah, blah. And Jennifer's like, we made up. And Margaret's like, we made up. Why do you keep doing this? Because
the other thing, Margaret found out was that it was Teresa who was behind Jen asking about Evan. She was the one who manipulated that. Yeah.
Right. I mean, and then again, and going back to the beginning of the season, Teresa's like, I don't understand it. Why are you guys being so mean to me when Margaret did the same thing? No, Margaret didn't do the same thing. For the millionth time, Teresa was at Evan's birthday party, going from table to table to table to table, telling everybody that, oh, Evan's cheating on Jackie.
How classless.
And then Teresa's argument, well, I didn't want to tell Jackie, but you told everybody else. And it wasn't even remotely true. Oh, Shy, thank you.
Yay. Thanks, Shy.
Well, if Maria watched Housewives, she can come up here too. Thank you, Shy. What was I saying?
About at the tree thing when she was saying Margaret did the same thing too.
Oh, Margaret went directly to Jen at the party and said, we all know, and then that was it. Very different. I mean, should Margaret have done it? Probably not. But, let's not forget that Jen's been attacking Margaret.
The history.
For infidelity, and her mom for infidelity for years.
Yes.
So, I don't know how Margaret didn't say it sooner, to be honest. I mean, Margaret's...
Neither do I. I don't understand how she kept that quiet. Like, I would have been on that.
She's hinted at, remember, like, I think Danielle was still on when she said, oh, that there's a reason why your husband sleeps in the guest house. That was like 3 or 4 seasons back. And then, Jennifer lost it. I really wish Margaret would have just ended it then, but whatever. Here we are. And at least Margaret and Jen are somewhat okay.
Yeah, they're buried the hatchet.
All right,
and Jen and Melissa had a moment then as well. And I don't think we got to see it all, but they did have a moment then as well. Mm-hmm.
And, Jennifer called them crooks. And then you have Teresa who... It's...
The double standards. Teresa will say, you're my family, you must stand by me. But there's her friend running down her brother on social media, trashing him. And that's okay, she's still her friend. And she's like, it's Jen. It's a coincidence.
Christina just said, I read online that at the reunion, Teresa says her brother was the one that told her about Jackie's husband, Joe. I hope that isn't true. That won't help Jackie and her. Joe Gorga was the one? No, I don't. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I think Teresa just pulled it out of thin air because she hated Jackie, and Jackie was hip to I mean, let's not forget the first reunion when, I mean, Jackie went after Teresa. Okay, Miss Merriam-Webster. Hold on 1 second. Cody, I need you to pick up the phone. Hold on.
I hope everyone heard when Teresa said, "It's a coincidence."
Sorry
That
about
made
that.
me laugh. That's all right. That's all right.
I needed to pick up. So where was I again? I'm sorry.
They all buried the hatchet. I'm trying to think.
Maria. Oh, they did bring back Miami. It's on the Peacock app.
Good.
But if you don't have the Peacock app, they're showing it after Jersey, I think now. I have to say, Sweets and Miami is right about Miami. Ami. I lived down there too long. Bienvenido, Ami. It's really good. I was kind of hooked after watching the first episode because I mean that's money. Like that made that one of those people's houses put like what's her name with the two daughters, the model daughters, the blonde, the supermodel from back in the day.
Oh,
Beverly Hills. Dad, she had Gigi Hadid. Mom.
Oh, Yolanda Hadid.
It made Yolanda's house look like our cottage.
Disease, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, was it Alexis? I'm like, look at this house. I was like,
Alexa. But is Leah Black still in that one? Because I loved Leah Black.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Is Leah Black still in that one, Alexa? Alexa, sorry. Speaks to beyond.
Yeah, I mean, it made like Lisa Vanderpump look like she was on welfare. I could not believe. I could not believe these houses. The car elevator. You just pull the car in and the elevator. I was like, okay, I'm in. After I saw that, I'm like, okay, now I have to watch this show. But back to that.
I'm lucky I've got a parking space.
I keep thinking about Yolanda's like fridge, like that glass fridge that she had. I'm like, look at this car elevator. What is that?
That's class.
So let's get to the nitty and the gritty of this episode, which is the fight. So
yes,
they ride the mechanical bull. That was fun. And then they all sit down and shit hits the fan. So I think it's like 5 minutes into the conversation, Teresa just starts picking at Margaret. What was the first thing she said? Oh, because you know a lot of people. Because the realtor that gave them the Airbnb or whatever, Margaret knew because they used to do shows together. Margaret knows a lot of people. She's been around for a while.
Well, you had touched on them in that bedroom earlier on. And the conversation between Jackie, Jen, and Jen walked away. Jen didn't engage in that conversation. But it was Jackie and Teresa, and she had her conspiracy theory.
And like, why should they have gotten the master bedroom? Like, it's
no.
stupid. I mean, the host, it should have been Dolores. Well, Dolores and Frank took the kiddie room with the two separate beds, like Lucy and.
They should have took it out the hat. They should have took it out the hat. I know that is true. Let Frank play with the toys.
I mean, that probably was the best room for Dolores and Frank, honestly, because they had the two separate beds. So I mean, but I don't know. Teresa gets everything, but sure, give her the master bedroom too. And let's go to the fight. So Teresa's like, yeah, Margaret, you know everybody, huh? And Margaret's like, what are you talking about? She's like, oh, you know the realtor, you know the bloggers. Every time something comes out about me, it's you go to a blogger and you know everybody. Oh my God, a fight. Oh,
just the one.
We're going back to season 1 Teresa when she flipped the goddamn table. I mean, we haven't seen Teresa like this since then. So Teresa's going in on Margaret. I was a Teresa fan, but not since the last 3 seasons. Like, I think the season when she had Danielle pull the hair was like when I really stopped.
I lost respect. Yeah, I lost respect for her.
So she keeps going off on Margaret, and everyone's quiet. Like, there's a fight in Beverly Hills, and Kyle's face is like this. Kyle, like, I was hoping to see Kyle Richards in the back, like.
Did he? We've all got the same Beverly Hills expression.
Yeah, like. I wanted like Dorit to be like, Teresa, just come on now. This is not classy, Teresa.
Yes.
But imagine if Teresa was sitting at a table with them at Beverly Hills, what Dorit and Kyle would all would all do.
But I don't like if that was me, the person that people would expect to say, whoa, would be my brother. I don't understand why Joe Gorga never like Teresa, because she'll listen to him. She will listen to him. And they all just sit and let it happen.
Oh, Diamond Girl, thanks for ruining it because I couldn't wait to say that. Damn it. And it reminded me, so back to that. So, and then everyone's quiet, and then Teresa keeps going, and Margaret's like, what are you talking about? And Teresa's like, oh, you're reaching out to people in Louis' past, people in his past. And Margaret's like, no, I'm not. Why would I even care? How would I even know that? And then Teresa's like, well, maybe people from his past are reaching out to you. And then Mark, well, why would they reach out to me? Why am I, who am I, the source on Louis? I don't know why Teresa has in her head that Margaret started all this. All the rumors were out beforehand.
The thing is, it's his past, and he does have these ex-partners and these ex-relationships. And when you're in the public eye, people will come forward. And she's got to stop putting that energy on other people. Like, ignore it, deal with it, do what you want, but stop blaming. She wants to blame Margaret, and that's it.
And to answer your question, Colby, from Jersey, it's Margaret. I don't know. It's tough with Jersey. Margaret, I love Jackie. I really love everybody but Teresa. I mean, I think Jen's, I'm slowly getting better with Jen. Hopefully she doesn't screw it up, her good momentum. But my favorite housewife of all time is Kenya. So.
Who's your most loathed? Who's your most loathed?
The one I hate the most? Oof. Which housewife do I not? In general?
Lisa Rinna, hands down. Lisa Rinna. Oh.
I used to love Rinna, and she is horrible now.
She's disgusting.
Well, Beverly Hills is starting soon.
Is this out of all the housewives or just one certain group of them?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of them. I never really was a big fan of Carol on New York.
No, she was too dull. She was too dull.
Teresa is the worst.
Jersey.
I'm sorry, but she is.
I don't even want to say Teresa, because
I think Lisa Rinna for me is the one that comes on the screen and I'm like, oh, I just can't. I can't with Rinna.
Atlanta, who do I not like?
I like Nene. I like Nene.
Candy,
I did like
she's
Nene.
Boring. I don't think Candy brings
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Well, Cynthia's not on anymore.
Cynthia, but
it's just they don't bring anything to the table.
Yeah,
I think Candy
overstayed
her welcome. I think Candy should have been gone a while ago.
She's trying to own being the boss.
Let's see. Yeah. Potomac, I'm not a big Giselle fan.
I love Karen. I love Karen in Potomac.
I like Karen.
I love Karen. Robin's dull though. Robin is dull.
Monique rubs me a little bit of the wrong way. I think she's a little
Don't say anything about Monique. I'm just saying this. I need more clarification. OC is just awful all around. I mean, this.
Well, when you're saying they need Tamra and Vicky, there's something wrong.
The problem with OC is that they thought that Emily and Gina were going to be the younger, new, more hip Tamra and Vicky, but you can't recreate that magic. And then you have Shannon, who's Uno Amiga, who's lost without everybody. Shannon.
I got John.
Noelle, she can go.
I do not like her. Do not like her. Do not like her.
Yeah.
Heather Dubrow is bringing a bit more action this season. She's lost her lady.
I like Heather. I'm happy they brought.
I love Heather.
An old timer back, but they really need. I think Tamara's going to be back. I don't know.
I think she should. I liked Kelly Dodd.
I like Kelly too. I mean, I know that a lot of people feel a certain way about Kelly, but she always brought it.
She entertained me, and
Yeah.
they're there to entertain us. So
My favorite Kelly moment was when they were at the Quiet Lady, Quiet Woman. Quiet Lady,
yes,
Quiet. I never remember.
yes.
Quiet.
And Shannon.
Shannon and Kelly sits down at the table and she's fucking with Shannon so good.
Well, she even said, she goes, I love doing this.
And she's like,
Yes.
"Here, Shannon, go eat." And Shannon's like, "This isn't my plate. You fucking
Eat
bitch."
some more. And that girl, that woman that looked like a child, Lydia, was sitting there with her big eyes, like
I can never remember Quiet Lady or Quiet Woman. Quiet something. I can
quiet
never
woman.
remember.
It's the quiet woman.
But oh my god, that is one of my favorite scenes in like
Mhm.
Housewives history.
Mhm.
Kelly was just so good at fucking with people. Like
she loved bringing Shannon just to like whimper
And-
like she loved it.
I mean, they were stupid to get rid of her. I know a lot of things she said
Yep.
and whatever, and there's a lot of controversy there. But shit, she made good TV.
She did.
And
Yes, definitely good TV.
You lied. You said differently. You know.
Mhm.
Um, You know who else? I also can leave OC is like the Dr. Jen. I don't think she brings anything to the table
No.
either. Noella and Dr. Jen.
When I was watching it tonight, and they were saying she just repeats everything Heather says. Like if Heather says, "That's a nice
Oh,
view,"
you
she
already
goes,
saw it.
"Nice view."
You
Yes.
saw it already because you're in
Yeah, because
Scotland.
she's 5 hours ahead of us.
Well, we have my husband's got one of those Android boxes and he streams everything. So he pays for super fast streams and it's all on that. So I watch everything.
That
Oh,
is
so
very
you've not
nice.
seen that? You've not seen
No,
that?
well, I forgot that you're so far ahead that you've already seen every. You know,
I know, it's
Mhm.
like she's like
OC doesn't come on here for
It's
another.
like, come on
for
over,
another 2
Amber.
hours.
Fantastic. Okay, zip it.
Dr. Jen and Ryan Randall, whatever the
Ryan,
hell his name
Ryan.
was.
He doesn't wear a shirt anywhere. It's like weird.
And like, you know, her drinking too is when, oh my God, at the dinner party with Heather, and she was so drunk, and Heather, and you don't do like, you don't act like that in front of Fancy Pants.
No, definitely not.
Heather didn't know what to do. She was like, "Oh my God, please
And it's a
make it
doctor.
stop." All right, we're veering. We're really getting off
Yeah,
topic
get
here.
off the topic.
Let's
That's
wrangle
how
it.
we roll.
Let's wrangle it back home. I love Housewives, and it just.
I love the Housewives.
All right, so we're back at things. So then Teresa, so Margaret's like, I don't know anybody in Louis' life. I'm not reaching out to anybody. And Margaret's like, Teresa goes, yes, you do. You know that. And then what did Margaret say? Teresa, you are nothing but a disgusting liar.
An effing liar, a disgusting effing liar. She did.
And then, I mean, like, I've been called worse things than that. And then that's all
Mhm.
Teresa needed to hear. And then the backhand, shh, all the plates, and purposely to get on Margaret's white
Margaret-
She
dress.
did it twice. She went more.
Because
Yeah.
she wanted to fuck up Margaret's white dress.
Well, John,
Mhm.
if you notice, when she swiped the first time, it was only the clear drink.
Yeah.
Then she swiped.
She went in
again
for a
because there
second.
was
Yeah,
one
yeah, she
red
did.
drink sitting in front of her, and she swiped again, and that's the one that got Margaret.
She went in for a second swipe because
Yeah,
she
she
wanted to ruin
The
that
red.
white
She
dress.
wanted the red on it. Yeah. She's
And God,
like
Good.
she's too bitchy. She's too. If you don't, because Margaret is good with her mouth, so Teresa just lashes out, just lash. And I think Margaret embarrassed her in front of Louis, and she did not like that. She
What do you
did not like that.
what? Cody wants to
No,
say something.
I wanted to wait till Anne was done, but I wanted to say, like, when that happened at that restaurant, what was it called? Honky
Whatever.
whatever. But as a server, because you and I have both been there, John, when
Yes.
a table is messy and drinks are knocked over, whatever, who's there right away to clean it up? Servers, moms.
Yeah, but
busboys,
also
everything.
you also don't have like a whole
Yeah.
camera crew around the table like circling them.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I mean?
holy
It's
Well,
not.
Frank Catania actually started to clean it up. Frank was the one tidying
Frank
up the
is amazing.
table. I
I
love
love
Frank.
Like, I love him so much.
Mhm.
But you know, she went in for the second swipe to make sure she got more. And poor
Yep.
Tracy got it too because Tracy was sitting next to her. And you know, she has the balls to call Margaret white trash. Well,
I
Teresa,
know.
Teresa, let's not forget where you're from, Miss Patterson. Okay, if you want to call Margaret white trash, and you know, it's Teresa. Even before she threw the plates, she was screaming. The whole restaurant was looking.
Everybody was turning their heads.
You know, you know,
It's trash.
These poor Nashvillians, whatever.
I don't know what you call Nashville.
Oh my God! Stop making Jersey.
They will be loving it. They will be loving it like front row seat. But what I did notice was, so obviously Margaret then shouted her line, which was,
"Well, you're lucky. You're still not on parole." And I was like, "That's it, Margaret. Get her."
Yep.
You know,
and
then,
she went mad. But then Louis had her bag, and I noticed she went to grab the bag and snatch it from Louis, but he held on to it. And it was almost like a little private moment, like a little warning between them, and then he let it go. And she sort of just took it. So she does push boundaries, but she won't push them with him, which spoke volumes to me. I think, although she looks very much in charge, he is the one who's leading this relationship.
well, we'll get. So then Teresa runs downstairs with Melissa and Joe in tow.
I have another comment on that.
Cody wants to say something. Go ahead, Cody.
No. When you're done, because I do have a comment that I saw. Maybe
Screaming, calling her white trash. This, that. Like, Margaret is fought from white trash. Teresa, you can barely even speak English. You want to call Margaret white trash? I mean, let's call a spade here. Teresa's vernacular. Coinky dink.
That made me laugh.
I'm going to send you a lemon branch. What did she say? She screwed that one up. It's insane for Teresa to even accuse Margaret of that. Well, Miss Patterson screaming at the top of her lungs, throwing plates, throwing drinks, and you're not white trash, Teresa?
No, that was awful. That was awful.
Dining experience for everybody else in that establishment.
And it reminded me of, like, and I love Kim D, because Kim D was amazing. And I remember when Teresa was still on parole, and I think it was like the last fashion show, like the last episode Kim D was on, and Kim, you know, and Teresa was like, "Come, clink, clink." That's the line. And Teresa was come for, and Kim D's sitting there like this on the chair, remember? And she's like, "Yeah, Teresa, come for me. Aren't you in jail? Aren't you on parole? Clink, clink."
Clink, clink. Yeah, she did.
I need Kim D back. She is like another good pot stirrer is Kim D, and she deserves so much more airtime on that show. And speaking of Kim D, you know, again, she was attacked by Joe Gorga, but he's nice to her. It's so weird. He's nice to her face, but then he'll say terrible things about Kim. You know, Jersey's a small state. We all run into each other.
Yeah.
So, but the clink clink. So that when Margaret said, "Oh yeah, you're lucky you're not on parole," I thought it's Kim D with the clink clink. I was like, "Get it, Margaret."
Yeah.
And
Margaret is a classy woman. Like, she's sharp with her tongue, but she's classy without a doubt.
That's the thing. Like, to have a sharp tongue will hurt so much harder than like someone like slapping you or punching you or whatever.
Throwing drinks.
You're thinking about the words.
I mean,
that's why they say words cut deep.
That's it.
They do.
Yep.
So it's a mess. Clink, clink. Go ahead, Cody.
And it's probably irrelevant, but I don't really care. Whatever. But I don't know if anybody noticed when Teresa went downstairs and they showed the back view of her walking in her jeans. I'm super sorry, maybe not, but when she was up there doing all that, like that flexing and like the bodybuilder woman thing that she was doing years ago and like whatever, her ass did not look that big. Her ass is the size of Dolores's now. You did not see that when she did her side profile and her back muscles and everything. Her booty was not that big. So she had something little, like, I don't know, something stuck in there or something implanted in there. I have no idea. but her booty is not the same size as what it was when she was flexing. I'm sorry, but
Got to say, what I did notice, sorry,
Thank you,
Cody.
Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
that's what her ass is.
So
I don't
is, Brenda, so is.
I don't need
Yes.
your dogs.
Yes.
You have good ears, Brenda. I didn't even pick
Well
up
done,
on that.
Brenda. Well, what I did notice was when she was in the bedroom with Jackie, and Jackie came in and she's so slender, and she'd on a crop top and jeans, and I seen Teresa looking her up and down. There could still be a bit of jealousy, and despite the fact Jackie has an eating disorder, Teresa would still be jealous of her shape.
Yeah.
Like, I did see her looking her up and down. I did notice that.
And what did Jackie say to Teresa last season? What did she say? Well, oh, did you learn that craft in prison? Like, I was
Oh, wow. Do you know what I loved? See, when they used to say she was away to camp, when I was away to camp, that blew my mind. Like, how deluded must you be to say I'm away to camp when you've been to prison? Come on.
it's, you know, and I love
Do you-
Jackie so much because she had no problem calling Teresa, okay, Miss Merriam-Webster. And then there's Teresa. I'm a New York Times best-selling author, 4 books, and Teresa and Jackie's like, sure, you wrote them books. Where's the ghostwriter? It's like you can't even make a complete sentence. Meanwhile, you wrote 4 best-selling books. Okay, right. Oh, hey,
The other thing we forgot was Marge Senior's 75th party.
What?
Marge Senior's party, the 75th
Teresa
birthday.
wasn't invited to? Is there something we need to say there?
Yes, yes.
What about it?
It was just fantastic. I loved the whole thing. I loved it. I just loved it. And it was so
Because
cute.
Teresa wasn't there to cause any shit.
Exactly.
Notice how everything was nice and quiet and ran smoothly? Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Teresa's not the problem, really? Okay.
And the guys sorted it out with Bill. They crushed their. And I felt Joe Gorga was really unfair to Bill. I felt he really came for Bill for no reason. I really did.
Well, I also think that Joe was pissed off about them, Jennifer calling them crooks. So he probably had like that pent up anger. Oh, the ultimatum. Okay. Yes. And again, Dolores and Melissa both in tricky spots because I know definitely Melissa likes Margaret more than Teresa. And I kind of feel like Dolores is like getting there,
Yes, I think that Dolores is very fond of Marge, but she's getting
beyond. Do you want to come
the
up?
history. I know, Sweets and Beyond. She's got the she's got the history with Teresa, and I think that's where like Teresa does that whole Sicilian. We're in the family. She does all that
I'm
shit.
Italian too. Okay, like listen, it's not Costa Nostra. It's not the rule of the mob here. It's not blood in, blood out. Okay, Teresa, or maybe it is. I mean, the family is in construction. In Jersey, construction and garbage means you're in the mob. I mean, that's just code. Everybody knows that.
Robbing money and you're dropping off money.
So, and let's not forget that Teresa, she wants to call Margaret white trash, but you went to jail, and your husband went to jail, and your husband got deported
because you were stealing.
Because you were embezzling.
Yep.
To me, it's called white trash.
But do you know what's funny? I like Joe Giudice now, and I didn't like him prior. I follow him on Instagram, and he's far more likable now. He's away from Teresa.
Yeah, I would agree. I never really, because Joe was always so nasty to Teresa back in the early, when he was on the phone. Oh, there's my effing wife to see you, and and he was always, and that's why I originally liked Teresa, because I'm like, God, look at what her husband's doing to her, and she just puts up with it. And now I see Joe differently too,
Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
But
Caroline Manzo called that. She called that. She said what was happening in that house and how it would end up. She said he will end up in prison. Like, she said that this was going to happen. She knew.
I mean, it's just Teresa doesn't have a leg to stand on anywhere, and I can't stand the people who are saying, "Oh my God, Teresa, you're so right." Like, come on! Like, what more do you need to see what Teresa's been up to? Margaret's the force that Teresa needs to like take care of now, just like Teresa was after Caroline, just like Teresa was after Jacqueline. Because God forbid somebody have a voice in this show. Jackie had the voice, right? She attacked Teresa on the tell-all. So what did Teresa do in turn? She went and spread a rumor that Evan was cheating. Because you know, Jackie wasn't afraid of Teresa, and then Teresa let her have it. And it's the same thing with Teresa over and over again. She can't have anybody not bowing down to her.
I find Teresa malicious. I see the malicious behaviour, and she is jealous of the other women. I do believe that. She's got to be the best, the biggest. She's got ugly behaviour.
She's, you know, and it's gotten to her head. Obviously, it's gotten to her head, but I mean, I'm the queen of New Jersey. This isn't Teresa's show. You guys are just supporting characters.
Like, you're the queen of New Jersey. I've seen better looking women than you. Why are you queen?
You know, I'm no Monica Geller. That's what I would say if I were Margaret. You know, I'm not a supporting character. We're all part of the same show. You know what I mean? All right. So going back to the ultimatum, there's so much to like talk about. My God. So they're all leaving, and Margaret tells Dolores, and Margaret was right. You know, Dolores was about to leave, and Margaret goes, Dolores, if you leave and go with them, I will be very upset with you because you're my friend.
She called her disgusting if she left.
And, you know, Dolores is saying, I'm not trying to pick sides, but like I came with them. And who came to the rescue? MVP Frank Catania.
I love
MVP Frank says, Dolores, we're the hosts here. We have to stay.
And Dolores said, you know what? You're...
And also, MVP Frank Catania said, you know, this was Teresa going after Margaret and not Margaret going after Teresa.
Yeah. He said that.
Love me some Frank. MVP. He gets the award. I know. We should go visit him. Like, hey, Frank, you need any help, like banging nails into a wall or something like that?
Build me a house.
Oh my God! Imagine Margaret and Caroline together. Oh, that would be a force to be reckoned with.
I love the advert that Caroline and Teresa did together. Was it for the Super Bowl?
Yes,
and they were at the I love that. I love that.
You know, they paid good money for them to do a commercial together.
Oh yes.
It wasn't that hummus. What was the brand name? I'm like, oh, look at Teresa and Caroline. Wow, they must have shut out the big bucks for this commercial.
I thought they must have shot them separately.
And all it was Teresa saying Caroline and Caroline saying Teresa. I think that was it.
It was great, though. It was everything just in a name.
And then, all right, so back to the ultimatum. So Dolores stayed after Frank said, listen, we're the hosts. We can't go. And, you know, Melissa and Joe and Jennifer and Bill leave with Teresa. Jennifer said, listen, I don't want Margaret thinking I condone what she did, but I got to go with them. If Jennifer had stayed, that would have been such a great move by Jennifer, because that would have showed Teresa that your one soldier is losing interest in you, because Teresa always has to have her soldier. It was Danielle. Now it's Jen. So I'm happy at least Dolores stayed. And if Dolores would have left, I don't think Margaret would have ever talked to her again, because Margaret's you're one of my best friends. I talk to you 5 times a day on the phone. You cannot leave. I would have felt the same way.
Yeah.
But thank God for Frank, MVP Frank Catania in the season. So what happens? They're downstairs, and now Teresa's still not done with Margaret, and then she has to go back up and say she's going to beat the F out of her and start round 2. And they're up, and there's more white trash, and Margaret's like, you better get this woman away from me, because clearly I don't think Margaret's going to beat Teresa in a fist fight. I think we all know that. You know, Teresa, you know, Margaret called her a thug.
Why did she even go back upstairs though?
To fight Margaret, to beat her up.
So Melissa downstairs talking to her at the bar. she said, okay, let's just
Shocking.
wash and chill out and this and that. And she goes, if I go back up there, I'm gonna beat her ass. But meanwhile, then you see Teresa just walking up like the stairs. She didn't even get all the way to the table. She was still in the stairwell. And she said, oh, well, you're fighting with me. You white trash, blah, 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 blah. And then she leaves.
I don't know.
What was the point of going back up the damn stairs?
I don't know how Margaret stayed so calm over it.
Because
my
she
heart
knows-
was beating out of its
she
chest
knows
last night
Teresa.
watching this.
Watching it, yeah.
She knows. So
I wanted
Margaret
to
is so
jump
cool.
through-
She's so cool.
I wanted to jump through the TV and get her. I don't know how Margaret. Good for her, because she's a better person than me. Because I would not have. Listen, if she was coming at me, even if I knew I was going to lose, I would try to get at least one good shot.
Margaret's
One good shot in, man.
That's
all you
show
need is
class
one
right there.
good shot.
If I had been eating dinner in the same place and that kicked off, I would have been like, hey, I'd have been up.
All you need is one lucky shot, man. I would have went in.
What made me laugh is when she was shouting at the table and she was kicking off and she'd on that cowboy hat with the little glasses. It looked so ridiculous.
That little tiny cowboy hat. All right, so let's go back to now they're leaving again. They're going in the van. And even Louis was like, Teresa, why did you do that? And she's like, because I wanted to get her. Because, I wanted to get her because, I'm into my rope with her. And I want to I want to teach her a lesson.
I'm sick. I'm done with it. I am dead.
Margaret should have never, ever talked to Teresa after.
Oh, she said she's done. She said, well, we'll see. We'll see.
She should have never, ever, ever let. And the night of that episode with the hair pull, never mind. I can't say that. Forget it. I know. I can't.
Inside secrets.
Yeah, never mind.
No.
I don't want to get in trouble.
No.
Sorry, guys. So yeah, what else do we need to talk about on Jersey before we move to topic 2?
Oh, I think that about sealed the deal.
Wait, what? Are we good? Did we cover Sweets and Beyond? Did we get everything? Sorry, guys. It's 1 second. Did we get everything that we needed to get for this episode? I know we were kind of all over the place because we haven't done a Housewives Live in a couple of weeks, so trying to catch up to all the past episodes that we didn't do.
I just feel like, see, if they were not in Housewives, would she be charged for something like that in America? Would she?
It was assault. It was assault. The stuff landed on Margaret. You saw her white dress was all covered in red, like the whole right side of her. I would think that would be assault.
Well,
I blame Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen loves Teresa so much. They didn't even start filming until she was back out of prison. They stopped production for Teresa.
Oh yeah, no. Andy has his favorites.
Oh, he does.
Andy loves the OGers. Bethany,
Kyle Richards,
Teresa, Nene. He likes all the OGs.
Yeah.
Vicky.
They always sit next to him too.
They always get first chair.
Yep, they're always right there next to him. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, and you're getting so many
thank you, Natalie.
compliments. Thank you, Natalie. I'm so happy to have Anne here because.
Thank you, John. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. It's been really nice.
Sorry, I stopped my cam because I'm smoking. I don't want to ship, but whatever.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And
Never in a million years did I ever think that me and Anne would ever be close to being friends, and it goes to show you how adults can really talk and work things out. And I am honored to have Anne here with me.
Thank you, John.
You are fun, and I am so glad that we finally got to know each other. So thank you, and you're great. And I enjoy you and Maria together. I think you guys have a great channel. You really both work off each other well.
I enjoy watching their channel.
Like we watched your whole live yesterday.
I love it.
I
love it. I laugh, and John's like, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." I'm like, "I'm watching."
You guys have great chemistry together.
Okay. Thank you.
I love it.
Did you guys get monetized yet?
No.
Really?
Not yet.
Everybody,
Not yet.
please subscribe to
Come
Anna,
on, guys. Come
Anna
on.
Maria's
This is
channel.
somebody.
Thank
these
you.
are people that
Thank
you
you.
want to watch, have fun and laugh, and just oh my god, giggle and just have a good time with. Please,
With the Ashley,
please.
Maria
Watch
is actually a natural comedian. She is so funny, and I just find her hilarious.
Now you guys are really good together.
Yeah.
Like
Y'all two
we're
are
always
you.
like laughing at
awesome.
what you're saying.
I
You
do.
guys.
I love it.
Also, please subscribe to Brooke if you haven't already. Please subscribe to
Yay,
Jules if
thanks,
you haven't
Brooks.
already. So, all right. With that being said, is there anything else that we need to cover before we go to topic 2?
No, I think we got it.
All right. Topic 2 is going to be real short. So I'm not going to really give it much life. All I can say about last night is that Cody clearly said anger. Anger. A-N-G-E-R. He said anger. When I was saying yesterday or this morning that people can go ahead, use my name, make money off me, I didn't really think it was going to go that far. If Cody had actually said what he's being accused of, I would have choked him on camera.
You would have shut everything down. Everybody would have been messaging
Cody doesn't
us.
even talk like that.
No, I don't. I really don't. I don't.
He clearly said, "Get your anger in check."
They were yelling on the live. I was in the bedroom. I got a message.
I don't want to really get too much into this because it's ridiculous.
I'm just explaining me used to this. I came out here to John because my phone was going off by other people. I'm not saying no names. And they're talking about you. They're talking about you. So I came out here to John. I said, they're absolutely going nuts and they're screaming whatever. And I told John, what they were saying. And I said, they clearly need to get their anger in check. And I walked back into the bedroom and I laid down. And then that's when I went to damn bed. I never said anything at all of the N-word. No, nothing. Because John knows I've never even said that damn word. I'm not going to say that word because I don't believe in that word. And that's not me. I did not say it. And maybe you misunderstood me or misheard.
No, there was no misunderstanding.
Because but I do have a little southern accent. I do on some
Cody,
words.
you clearly said anger. The accent had nothing to do with it.
I'm saying I did not ever say that word. I never did, and I never will. So you can come after me as much as you want, but I'm sorry, but not sorry. Didn't say it, so I'm not apologizing to anybody that thinks that I did.
And if
if I did, I would apologize, but I didn't.
It's it's so ridiculous. The people who are doing this, their views are in the toilet. And I mean, something so rancid to say, what people don't understand, or they do, I guess, is that everybody knows where we live. You're putting us. Oh, I lost Ann. Oh, now it's all me. Let me get off camera. I don't want to be by myself. It's putting us in jeopardy. Oh, there's Ann.
Sorry, I
it's okay.
I don't know why.
Be all by myself on
Didn't
screen.
somebody say that that's a major lawsuit, whatever?
Well, we'll get there.
Yes.
I'm gonna actually go. I'm gonna check into that.
It's there's a certain person who started this, who really wants, who just bought a insurance policy and feels that they can say whatever they want because now will sue me. And that doesn't give you the right to just lie and say whatever you want. And I don't know if I
but
feel
it does because she has backup. Because
I don't.
If you get sued by that, then the insurance is paying for it that she's paying for. So yes, I mean she can say whatever she wants to.
That is straight defamation, and
sure is.
I don't know if y'all want to chip in. There's my information on the bottom.
I say we all get together and we go after her.
And I think I don't know. I mean, I don't want to if we all chip in together, I'll be all for
Yep.
doing a lawsuit against her.
I'll be right there first in line.
Sure
will.
just because you have an insurance policy doesn't give you
don't
the
mean
right to
nothing.
say whatever you want.
No, of course not.
What I've noticed, especially with YouTube, is if someone is favoured, like if your supporters have heard that and they're like, no, we hear anger. When you dislike someone, you are going to hear the worst thing because that's what you want to hear. And that's the way I've felt. What I would ask people to do is really listen to it and take it in the context it was said and why Cody was saying what he said at the point. He wanted it to calm down. There was no reason for him to use that word then. And I would just ask people to be fair, like have a listen and be fair. So that's what I would say. Before you start forming opinions and going after people and attacking people, be fair. I would say that.
It's just ridiculous. And now you have, because one person wanted to just start lying about me again, that started an avalanche of other people going live and spreading it more.
Mm-hmm.
And every person, go look at their views, 1,000 views. Like this is, they're all down. And I couldn't, I could lie and make things up too about people, but it is what it is. And I really don't want to give this any more light than it deserves.
Mm-hmm.
But it's ridiculous.
Like it's stupid because it was never said. It was never done. So flush next.
But it's very damaging, and especially when people know where we live, and we've already had stuff happen to us here by crazy people. So there's I don't know.
The other thing is, people are wanting to come after you for something they're blaming Cody for. Cody doesn't have a channel. It's you that has a channel. So I don't see the correlation, like why they suddenly want to hold you hold you accountable but it's unfair to Cody. I feel Cody's also being attacked because of he's your husband, and I think that's completely unfair.
You're absolutely right, and because they're not getting anything out of John right now.
Yeah.
Because John's, obviously he stopped talking about everybody like he said he was, and that's what he's been doing.
I mean, I really thought
they can't get a reaction.
I should have went live on the other panel last night. I was just really trying to let them know who that person we were talking about is really crazy. And then I feel like I got ambushed when another person was brought up. And, it is what it is. But Cody, not even remotely ever said anything close to that. You want to
I never heard that.
Speed it and make something out that it's not. Had that been an issue, I'm telling you,
I would have had so many messages on my phone this morning. I woke up to a clear screen. Nobody said nothing. Even John's phone too. Nothing. So
the thing was, when it slowed down, you couldn't even make out any of the words. It was getting slowed down, and I was like, I still can't hear that. And people were writing in the chat, "Oh, I hear it now," because they were being told that's what was being said. So their brain was like, "Oh, right, I do hear it." But apparently people were coming into the chat, and when they were writing that they could hear anger, it was being deleted, I only listened to the very beginning to hear the video footage, hear the audio, and left. And then when someone sent me the clip from Reddit, that's when I really listened, and I was like, oh, it's very clear what he's saying. So I went back into the chat and I said, please listen again. And I said what Cody had said. And I was told no. I was being fair. Like, it's not fair to Cody, and it's just. I would ask people to really listen to it.
It's just annoying, really.
I won't say it, and I'm not.
And you're putting us in danger by alluding to it. And just because you have an insurance policy doesn't give you the right to say whatever you want. Oh, I have an insurance policy, so I can just say whatever I want. Like, I did speak to a friend of mine who's an attorney, and they don't specialize in this, but they said that since there's an insurance policy that she keeps bragging about, I could probably get an attorney to do it on contingency. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know.
Mhm.
I just don't want to waste my time. You know, it's like, who wants to go through?
It's also wasting your energy. Like, you don't really want to give it energy, and I get that too. I get that too. You want them to leave you alone. You leave them alone. Go about your business, and that's it.
Yeah. No, I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna, do my own thing and
Mm-hmm.
not try and make.
Do what you're good at, John. John, you've got content. You've got the shows and stuff. That is where, like, you are great at what you do. You really, really are, and I would just stick to that because you are great at what you do.
Thank you. And it's just annoying. Like, I just, it's the same people doing the same things over and over again. Like,
Mhm.
I will never get over how infatuated people are with me. That they can devote every second of their day
Watching.
trying to figure out a way to fuck with me. I will never understand it.
I just don't watch anyone I don't support or I don't like because I just don't give it energy and I don't want to give it energy. If there's something serious, I'll hear about it and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, we'll see. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to make a big thing out of it because it was just so ridiculous that, like, I'm like, you never said that. Everybody knows it. Even people who staunchly loathe me are saying, like, I hate him, but, he didn't say that.
Mm-hmm. People on Reddit, people who do not support you on Reddit are saying, no, that is not what was said. And they actually said, we would have loved to have said different, but that's not what was said. So
it is what it is. We're going to keep moving on. And I don't know if you're, maybe if you're free tomorrow, we could do OC.
Yep, I would certainly do that with you.
All right, so let's do OC tomorrow. Are you and Maria going live at all tonight?
No, because Maria it's tax season and they're finishing up the end of tax season. So she should be inundated with work. So I don't know why she's in your chat.
Maria, get back to work.
F you, Maria.
All right, I didn't want to breathe much life into this because it's just so ridiculous. But people are like, "Oh, you gotta say something." So here we are.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Not going to.
And all these people who continue to keep doing this to me, sooner or later, it's gonna catch up to you. I mean, karma's already come around for a couple of people. So
100%.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. So that's it. So I had a blast tonight.
Me too.
You were amazing. Thank you. I can't wait
for having me.
see tomorrow. And that'll be it. I don't think I'm doing any. I'm not doing an after show. Can I do an after show? You want to do an after show, guys?
Yes,
all right. Give me a half hour.
Okay.
I'll do the after show for the associates. Are you gonna come back up, Anne?
Yes, if you want.
Okay. Yes, I would love that. So thank you guys so much. We will see you in a half hour if you're an associate or higher. And if not, we'll definitely be back tomorrow for OC. And I have other 90-day stuff to do actually too. So what?
Well, the calendar said no, you didn't put anything on the calendar.
Cody's checking my calendar. Hold on.
Like
they've seen the calendar.
So, but no, that's why I had to run here. Today is.
I love it.
All right.
Tomorrow, nothing.
See, I did say. I said it's New Jersey.
Is on Saturday.
That's the Housewives Roundup. That's the Housewives Roundup is on Saturday.
Oh.
Like 90-day Roundup on Friday. Housewives Roundup is Saturday. All right. I'll see you guys in a bit. Again,
Okay.
Anne, thank you so much.
More than
I'll
welcome.
see you guys on the after show. Bye everybody.
Bye.